Hey QED coders, this is Michael, back with a quick update. Yesterday morning, I did a demo, didn't go so well, and then I spent some time last night, and I found the problems, fixed them. I want to show you how things are working now. So, things started right here when I was trying to clear the authorization rules in a replicator. So I was posting an empty set of authorization rules. I forgot this line right here where I said content type text plain. As you can see, if I use this line and I send, boom, 201 created. Everything's working just fine. But if I forget the line, I got an error. Well, I fixed the error. Now it says content type must be text plain. Okay, good. Reasonable errors. Very important. All right, so I've cleared the authorization rules, and now I want to create some facts. The reason that this didn't work last time was because of this right here. I am using the me fact inside as a predecessor directly. While testing it, I did this. I first declared a fact of type Janaga user called creator, and I set that to me. And then I just passed the creator in. So that means that every single fact was listed as a top-level first-class fact. But it wasn't taking into account all of the already known facts, like me. And so it wasn't creating a full graph when it uploaded it to the server. So I just fixed that. I had it include all of the known facts, and now we can use the simplified syntax. We can just directly use me as a predecessor. So let's upload some facts to the replicator. I've already signed in using OAuth 2, so I should already have a token. And boom, it rejected 5 facts of type blog post, blog publish, and blog post title. Those are the 5 types, or those are the 3 types of these facts here. Site was not rejected. Why is that? Because this particular blog site already exists, and so I am not authorized to claim this fact as brand new, but it's already up there, so I can use it. But if I were to say qedcode.com, all right, and I try to post that, then I get rejected 6 facts, and it includes the blog site because that's one that I hadn't tried in the past. So let's keep it like that. Now I'm going to deploy some rules. So as you'll recall, these were the rules. So we had authorize, anybody is allowed to assert that a user exists because that's asserting a certain public key. That's fine. And then if you're trying to assert a site, you must be the site's creator. If you're trying to assert a post, you must be the creator of the site to which you are posting that rule. So we do a Control-Shift-B, and we get a build. Good. And then I go to the command line, and I say, deploy that authorization, please. Content type must be text plain. Look at there. I was making the same, oh my goodness. Okay. All right, I have another bug to fix. Apparently Janaga deploy does not set the content type correctly. Let's go ahead and fix this together. Let's go to Janaga tools, and we're in the Janaga tool project. Take a look at the program. This is going to say, all right, let's do the deploy. All right, we want to deploy. Let's deploy the authorization rules or the distribution rules. They both go to the same place. And we just give it the method name. We call the method. We create a request. We add the authorization header, but I don't add the content type header as text plain. Oh my goodness. You would think if I'm using string content, then it's going to choose the right content type because text plain means string. I thought that's what that meant, but apparently I was wrong. So Now we will build this, we will register it locally, and if this all works, then I will deploy a brand new NuGet package. Okay, so I'm in PowerShell. I've just built. Now I want to create a package that I can register locally. So the first thing I'm going to do is uninstall the global tool. I will do a .NET uninstall -- global Janaga tool. Could not execute because the specified command was not found. .NET tool uninstall. There we go. Janaga tool uninstalled. Now let's build a release version and pack it. I wrote a little cheat sheet for myself so I can remember how this is done. There it is. Okay. Build the release. Build successful. Packet. Successfully created package. And then install using Janaga tool bin release as the source. Very good. We have installed the new version of .NET Janaga. Perfect. Now let's go back to our PowerShell window and see if we can deploy the authorization rules, setting the content type. No, misused header name content type. Make sure the request headers are used with HTTP request message, response headers with HTTP response message, and content headers with HTTP content objects. Okay, this belongs on the content object. So again, you would think that the string content would be sufficient to do this. Content dot headers. We've got content headers. Add that content header here. And then try all these things. So let's tool uninstall, build, pack, yeah, install. Okay, now let's see. Yes, no, yes, wait, huh? Authorization deployment failed with status code bad request. Content type must be text plain. Okay, so it looks like what I'm supposed to be doing is using an overload of the string content constructor. Constructor should not have overloads, by the way. Where I'm saying that I need to use an encoding and a media type. Don't actually need to use both an encoding and a media type. I could use just the media type, but let's be safe about this. If I'm going to use the overloaded constructor, let's use it all the way. Text plain. Not that nonsense. Uninstall, build, pack, install, and test. It still failed. Okay. I need to see what this thing is doing. I need to peer behind the curtain. Taking a real quick look at Fiddler, we can see what the problem is. Content type, text plain, character set UTF-8. Okay, by insisting on doing the whole thing, I'm actually adding more to the content type. And my content type check is not good. It doesn't allow for those extra characters. So, let me switch back to the replicator code, and let's fix the content type check. Okay, this is apparently how we're supposed to check for the content type. We're supposed to use the is function to see if text plain returns something truthy. And then if it does, then that means it's got maybe some extra stuff in there, maybe whatever, but it matches text plain. Okay, so if it's false, then content type must be text plain. Let's test this out. The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to start the Janaga Replicator as a Service database so that we can actually get a connection to Postgres. And then we'll be able to check our code. And now that I have the database running, I can run the Replicator as a Service locally. I am logged in as April O'Neil. Awesome. Let's create a new replicator. Boom. And I will call this one Dumpling because there's Mr. Dumpling. Dumpling. In development. Save it. I've got a replicator. Cool. This is all localhost. Awesome. Now I can check to see that I can upload authorization rules to this replicator. In order to do that, I need to add authorization. There we go. We've got authorization. I'm going to generate a secret. I don't yet have subscription working so that I can't see when the secret is generated, but it gets generated pretty quickly. Okay, so now I've got my security set up. So I've got an authorization endpoint, a distribution endpoint, and a brand new secret. I don't mind sharing this secret with you because it's on my local host. You will never be able to reach it anyway. Let's copy that secret. And then let's see if I can post to localhost authorization. Not that secret, this one. Okay, body is empty authorization. Let's see if this works. Boom, error. Cannot post to authorization. Right, need the authorization endpoint. That whole thing, not just localhost 80 or 8000. That whole thing. Send it. Okay, created. All right, so it's able to see the content type that I'm using, which I think it's set here. Headers. Show me the hidden headers. All right, here's the content type. Text plain. Okay. Let's forget to send the content type. What happens? Content type must be text plain. Good. All right, let's send the content type and semicolon char set equals UTF-8. And all my texting, all my automatically added. Use the request body tab to control the value or to remove this header. Body. Gah! I can't test this locally. Here's another thing I can do. Let's go to code. Let's copy this code. Let's go to Notepad. Let's paste in that curl. And now, content type text plain, char set, UTF-8. Make sure that's the right one. Char set, UTF-8. Good, 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 good. Curl this. Paste it. Go. Created. Okay. So, it's able to accept the character set on that content type. All right. So now all we need to do is deploy this, which takes about 30 minutes. So, I will be right back. Okay, it finished deploying in only 45 minutes. Oh my goodness. Look, yesterday it only took 7 minutes. Usually it's half an hour. I have no idea why unzipping a file takes so darn long. But, alright, we are now back to a place where we can test these authorization rules. So here is the request that we were trying to make using the locally installed Janaga tool. Let's try one more time to deploy. And it takes a little while for it to start up the first time. Authorization deployment failed. I'm going to try it again. Oh, and yet this time authorization deployed. All right. I forgot one detail. It's still running the old one while it's trying to deploy the new one. Then it cuts it over. Okay. So we've got these authorization rules deployed now, so we can authorize a site. We can authorize a post. Let's see if we can save our facts now. Here's our HTTP file that tries to save some facts. It's going to save a site, it's going to save a post, then it's going to publish the post, and it's going to send the title. Some of these are going to work, some of these are going to fail. Let's try it and see. And now this time it rejected 4 facts. Not all of these facts, not all 6 of them, just 4 of them. And the types were blog publish and blog post title. Good. So it was able to authorize this site and the post, and now we need to fix these. So blog publish and blog post title, they need authorization rules. Let's write them. The type publish doesn't exist in my model. Yeah, look at that. Let's go ahead and add the publish fact. All right, so I've got a blog publish. So I've got a record publish that takes a post and a date. And that's what we have here is blog published is taking a post and a date. All right, blog post title. That takes a post, a value, and prior. There's my post, there's my value, there's my prior. Okay, so these match the facts that I'm trying to create. Let's finish writing the rules. In order to publish, I have to be the publish post site creator. So the post that I'm trying to publish, the site that it belongs to, I have to be the creator of that site. What about the title? For the title, I have to be the title post site creator. There we go. There's the authorization rules. Let's build them. Then let's deploy them. And now let's test. I should be able to create all of these facts. Has to reload those authorization rules, and created! There we go. And that is how authorization is supposed to work. So, Jan, I will see you on Thursday.